The root beer's alright. I'm working on my truck on the inside. What's up, guys? Welcome back to another Diesel Dog Garage video. Friday night. I'm exhausted. I put a rear main seal in a Ford V10 Econoline E350 panel van today. Not my first choice of jobs I would like to have on a Friday, but that's how it is. And got some more stuff to do. The day's not over yet. I need to get some stuff done on the Silverado because otherwise I never have any other time anyway. So I just gotta buckle down and do it anyways. Late on a Friday night. What is it? Almost 10 o'clock. Getting started again. Here's my pile of parts. Trying to get all this done this weekend. Front struts unloaded, rear shocks, rear brakes. Nothing too crazy. Oh, and half-inch spacers for the front. Gonna lift it up just a hair more. Gonna try to get the front done tonight. We'll see how far I get. Maybe I'll just get one side done and do the other one in the morning. But I'm gonna start tearing into this thing. Start plucking away. Root beer's treating me good. So I got my pile of tools I brought home. I got my new jack that I got it all back together. Oh, that's heavy. That's a lot of tools. Got my new jack together. First time using it. I have been using the smallest jack known to man. Finally blew out. Didn't want to pick up my truck the other day, so I had to upgrade. And this will be good for future projects on the channel. And if you are curious, it is Master Force. I got it from Menards because that place is freaking awesome. So this is what we're looking at changing first. Right here is my strut. You can see how rusty this thing is. It's a goner. The back shocks are about just as rusty, which is why we're finally replacing them. About 158,000 miles on the truck. They're original, so she's time. You can see my 2-inch zone off-road leveling blocks there. Gonna reuse those, and then up top is where you're gonna put your other half-inch spacers. So that's what we're gonna try to get done tonight. The struts I got are unloaded, so we're gonna have to swap over the spring. And that's going to be another challenge all on its own, but it's got to get done regardless. Rust it up. And I can't hit on them very hard because everyone in the house is sleeping. It's only a few minutes in, I'm already running into troubles. These bolts are seized in there. Can't get that one out. When you put these lift blocks in, you put your bolts in from the top. So your CV axle has to come over this way to get the thing out, to even get the thing to slide out of there. I can't get my ball joint to separate, and I don't want to hammer on it too hard because people are sleeping. So I'm going to take them loose up here. I took pictures to remember exactly how my eccentrics are aligned. The thing's gonna need an alignment anyways since we're putting in the extra half-inch blocks in. So I'm gonna take those bolts out so I can pull the thing over, slide it this way, get my bolt out, and then we can take the strut out. Also, for all of this to work, you have to take your sway bar link loose so your lower control arm can droop a little more, giving you some more space up here. So you gotta take those loose. Don't try to do it without it. You're gonna fight yourself. I'll tell you what, doing this stuff at home, you'll definitely appreciate having all the stuff you need at work. Stuff tastes twice as long. And that's how you take a strut out. That's a lot of rust that not too excited about. Yikes. Now some guys get their kicks from jumping out of airplanes. Some guys bungee jump. Some people jump their dirt bikes 150 feet. I like to change over strut springs without a cage, because you never know when your face is just going to get smashed in. So I got our tool here, basically glorified C-clamps. Yikes. That's how I'm doing it. Get this nut off here, and I think it's gonna spring once I get this thing all the way off. So I'm gonna try to point it away from the camera here. Try not to die. There it goes. And these clamps starting to bow a little bit, so I'm gonna try to make this quick as possible. Well guys, we got her on there. I'm gonna be honest. She put up a fight. These little chintzy friggin' things are bowing a little bit. I was getting nervous. I didn't really film too much of it. But that was not fun, and that's only one. But you can see how nasty this thing is now that we got it all off and apart. It doesn't feel bad. It's got pretty good tension on it, but I feel better having them changed. So we can slap that thing in there and continue on. So guys, I'll show you what our strut spacer is gonna look like here. Basically, you got your block here, your spacer. This style is gonna go on top, give you another 1/2 inches of lift. Really just max out those CV angles and tie rod angles, ball joint angles. We're maxing out here. I would not recommend going more than 2.5. Even 2.5 is more than I'd rather go. 2 inches like the max I tell people, but I got them. We're gonna try them. I know how to fix it if anything goes wrong. So that's what I was talking about with all that mumbo jumbo. Reverse your procedure here. What was that? Oh. Oh. Like a glove. Oh, I can't reach. I gotta tell you, I'm running out of steam. But we got the strut back in, coil or whatever you want to call it. Everything buttoned up, back together. Got my eccentrics rolled in about exactly where they came out, but it's gonna get in alignment anyways. The 1/2 inch shouldn't move things too much except for toe. Toe is definitely gonna be towed in, because the more you raise the vehicle, the more you're gonna be pulling the tie rod. So, ready to put the wheel on, torque it down, lower the truck back down, see what it looks like. Pick back up tomorrow. Well, one side back together. Don't look too bad. Another 1/2 inch. Figured we'd verify here. Looks like about 40 3/4. And on the other side, one-handed. On the other side, our one-handed measurement is about 40 1/4. So exactly 1/2 inch as advertised. So that's pretty cool. A little bit more in the air. Everyone likes their truck a little higher. Looks a little more level now. Right on. Well, that spring took a little longer than I expected to get swapped over, so we're looking at about midnight now. So I'm gonna wrap things up here and pick things back up in the morning. I'll check you then. All right, guys, day 2. I've already been out here working, got the front all done. Went ahead and got the right side on. And so we're running a 2.5-inch lift in the front now with new struts. It's gonna be riding like a Cadillac. So now we can focus on the back here. Here's what we're working with on the rear shocks here. You can see these things are pretty rusty. Don't look like they're blown out or anything, but changing the front, might as well change the back, get a good ride. So, got your nuts down here, and you'll have a nut up, then you'll have a nut up top there. Slide her out. Nothing's been going easy on this thing, so I'm curious to see how easy these things come out of here. Does anyone else feel like spiders are just gonna be crawling all over you when you work on the garage floor? I'm always super paranoid about spiders under here for some reason. What was that? Not a spider. Getting a nice deep burn in the shoulder. It's deep. It's a deep burn. Not running anything fancy here, just some Gabriels I got off Rock Auto. I don't need them Fox shocks or Fox 2.0s or Fox 2. Nimbus 2000s, whatever the hell they're running nowadays. They're just tried and true Gabriels. That's all you need. She'll ride good. Rear shocks are on. The other side's exactly the same, except it's like on this side of the facing this way on the axle, whereas the left side is opposing to it. But look at these things, man. These things are just rusted up, ugly looking. Surprisingly, they spring back pretty good yet. I mean, the shocking mechanisms on them aren't bad. It's just I don't like how rusty the bodies are on them. When they start looking like that, run into where they could blow out, bushings start getting worn on them. Might as well just change them. Like I said, it's got 158,000 miles on it. So, recap, front struts, 1/2-inch spacers, rear shocks. I'm waiting on the brakes. I'm not going to do them this weekend because I don't like how the front rotors are looking, and I get a little warpage every once in a while after a long drive anyways. So I'll do front brakes and rear brakes at the same time in another video. But nothing left to do now but to test drive the thing, and it's dark outside now, but don't matter. We can take it for a little cruise. Guys, moment of truth. Taking for a little cruise here. Steering wheel's a little crooked. Definitely feels like I'm just a hair higher. Could be all in my head, I don't know. I got a little pull to the left. My alignment's definitely off. I'm gonna have to do the alignment. It should take care of everything there, but we can go ahead and try to hit these railroad tracks here. Get her up to about 55. See how it feels. See if we can't get anything to blow out right away. This is how you really test your work. You hit the railroad tracks going 55 miles an hour. Butter. Things riding like a dream. Couldn't be happier. Need to do an alignment. Things need new tires. Let me know in the comments what tires you think I should run on this thing. Right now I'm running Mastercraft. I've gotten about 60,000 miles out of these tires. They still got some life left in them. Probably another 10,000 I'm gonna be needing tires, so I like to squeeze out my tires as long as I can. If they're not showing cords, then they're still good. But But yeah, wheels and tires definitely need to be on this thing now. It kind of looks a little small. Even having 33-inch tall tires on this thing, they look kind of tiny now with the 2.5-inch leveling kit. But if you like this video, hit the subscribe button. We'll be doing brake work in the next video, I guess. I got some rust repair to be doing on this thing. And just sprucing this thing up. It's 2010 Z71 here, so just need a little work here and there. Nothing big, nothing major. Keep her going, man. Hit the subscribe button, like, comment. I'm gonna go have a few brewskis, enjoy the rest of my night with my family. Then I got all day tomorrow off because I got all my work done. Gotta be due, guys.